Yo, what is Bloods and Ladies, so Rainbow Six Siege video. Now in today's video we're going to be talking about the top 5 support operators in Rainbow Six Siege. Now of course this is only necessarily for Steel Wave, because of course according to all their buffs and nerfs and stuff, but this is more generally about how OP their abilities are, not necessarily around their weaponry, but I will include weaponry and talk about that as well. So yeah guys, if you haven't already, the giveaway ends in 5 days, so the 15th of August I am announcing the winners, so it is on screen here, and if you guys want to enter the giveaway, all you need to do is go down to the description and click on the link to my Instagram and you can enter through there. So all the rules to it will be on screen here. Alright, so for number 5 we have MIRA. Now of course MIRA plays on the defense team and is a 3 armor 1 speed 3 difficulty. Now her primary roles are anchoring, intel gathering and securing. Now, the reason I've picked MIRA for the 5th slot was either MIRA or Jaeger, but I primarily picked MIRA because of her gadget. I mean, her black MIRA is insane. Like, it's a bulletproof MIRA, so it's literally intel, so they can't see you through it, and you can place it on reinforced and non-reinforced walls, which gives you a whole wide range of, like, variety of things you can do, you know? You don't have to stick to one tactic or one strategy. And MIRA is just so versatile with what you can do. I mean, you could roam, or you could sit at the back of sight, or you could sit just out of sight, you could hold down, you could anchor a hallway, you know? It's just so awesome to see that. Alright, so now you're probably wondering, well, why'd you pick MIRA for the support slot? Now, I could have picked Doc or Jaeger. Of course, their abilities and gadgets, you know, are extremely helpful for the team, but can be used for selfish reasons, of course, because both those operators tend to either roam or spawn peek. But, the reason I picked MIRA mainly was because of the fact that she can actually share her black MIRA. So if you put it down and you're a nice MIRA, then anyone in your team can have access to this, and you can fully see another room or wherever you're aimed into. And of course you can pop this black MIRA to shoot through, so if you don't have anywhere soft wall or any doorways to peek or anything, you can literally just pop the MIRA and shoot them through it. So I think it's a really unique gadget that the whole team can use, and it's mainly for intel. So if you want to see if a hard breach is about to breach back a site and you have a MIRA on there, you can easily see that. You don't need any cams, etc. And you can also deny the hard breach or whatever they're doing by just popping the MIRA and shooting them in the head. So I think it's a very unique ability. MIRA's primary weapon is the Vector 45 ACP, which goes really well with her black MIRAs. Now it is a submachine gun with extreme amounts of fire rate. I mean, it has one of the highest fire rates for any submachine gun in the game. I'm not too sure exactly what ranks above it, maybe something like the SMG 12 or SMG 11. But either way, it's got a 25 capacity, which isn't too much, and the recoil pattern is a little higher than some of the other submachine guns in the game, but I think overall it is a really good weapon. And then next we have the ITA-12L, so the L stands for large I presume, because of course there are 2 variants to this, I'll get to that later. It's a lightweight shotgun and it is extremely OP with 50 damage and 8 capacity. Now it has extreme amounts of long range, as you can see here on screen. It can shoot pretty far away. Now for the secondaries we have the USP-40, which is a 40 caliber semi-automatic pistol and has pretty much no recoil, 48 damage and 12 capacity, which makes it a very balanced pistol. Then we have the ITA-12S, which is, I presume, small. So that, of course, has quite a bit of damage point blank range, and it has a low capacity of 5. But that's a good addition for if you want to make holes around your MIRA. Alright, so for number 4 I have Doc. Now, I was going to bump him up to probably 2 or 3. But then I thought, well, realistically, if we're talking about his role rather than just his gadget, then he does push down to about 4 or 5, so that's why I said I was going to put him in 5, but I bumped him back up to 4. So with Doc, of course, he has a stim pistol. Now, he can heal himself and heal other operators in the field, as well as if playing hostage on casual, he can also heal the hostage. Now, he only gets 3 of these stims, so you have to use them wisely, but it really depends on who plays Doc. Now, you will see a lot of toxic Docs. I mean, people that, not necessarily in spawn peeking way, but people who won't heal each other. So it does depend on that as well, that's why I've put him down at 4. But if you're talking about in an anchoring sense, if he anchors, then he can definitely cover his team quite well and heal them, because he really does have a OP ability. So, I mean, when he heals, he does about 20 to 30 health, I'm pretty sure, on heals. I'm not too sure exactly. And if your teammate's down and you can't reach them for the res, of course, because res takes quite a while to do now too, like 3 or 4 seconds, you can just shoot them with a stim pistol from long range. So it does cut out that risk of running through a battlefield or going past a window or a doorway. So I do really like that about Doc. Alright, so I don't want to make this video too long, so I'm going to try keep it around the 10-minute mark. So let's try get through this pretty quick. I'm going to cut out the weaponry pretty much. So for Doc, he has the SG-CQB, which is a primary shotgun, and it is pretty good for close combat. He has the MP5 and P90, which are both submachine guns that have quite good ammo capacities and have ACOG. Most people prefer to use the MP5 though, it is probably the better one out of the two. And we also have the LFP, okay, now this is an OP revolver, like, has a lot of damage, one of the highest damages in the game for any of the pistols, and we also have the P9. Okay, so third up on the list we have VALKYRIE. Now, of course, VALKYRIE features these awesome things called black eye cameras. Now, these can be used in so many good ways. I mean, you can put them literally everywhere. They are so small, and they do emit a blue light when you're on them, which is kind of a downside for when enemies can see you and they're rushing sight. But the main thing is you can check on any room you want. You can throw them wherever. You can watch sight when you're not inside, or you can watch outside of sight to see if anyone's breaching or trying to come round. So it's just straight intel. So if you want to be an intel operator for the team, and of course a lot of pro league players and a lot of, you know, people who want to play competitively or even just in ranked, they do use VALKYRIE. Now there is kind of an art to VALKYRIE and knowing where to put your cameras, because of course you don't want to just put them in the most obvious spots, but VALKYRIE is an extremely good operator for intel, and I'd say is the best intel operator on defense. And like, there is Echo, and Echo's is mobile, but VALKYRIE cams are 360 degree cams that anyone can use, and they're clear to see. It's not black and white, it's just blue, and you can see very well on them. Now VALKYRIE features quite a few weapons here, and one of my favourite weapons in the game, even though it is a pea shooter, is the MPX. Now I wish they buffed this weapon, but it is kind of balanced, so I don't mind too much. But she does have the MPX, the Spaz 12, which is probably my second favourite shotgun in the game, like for semi-automatics, because of course you have Kavira's, which is probably my favourite, the Spaz 15, and she also has the Deagle, which is one of the highest damage pistols in the game, so I definitely do enjoy the Deagle. Second on the list we have THERMITE. Now THERMITE is extremely OP. I mean, he is the best hard breacher in the game, I would say. Well, now they've brought in Ace, maybe they're pretty challenged. I'd say Ace is pretty good, but I do prefer THERMITE because he's the OG, I don't know why. And THERMITE's weapon is extremely good too. I mean, I really do love THERMITE's weapon. But either way, he's got a very versatile breaching device. I mean, you can use this on soft walls, hatches, you can use them on, you know, reinforced walls, which is its main purpose. But THERMITE charges take probably about 2 seconds to place, and you do usually need a Thatcher or someone to place down any sort of denial, you know, mainly for Bandit and Mute or anyone else that's trying to stop your THERMITEs. Now, the only problem with THERMITE is it's quite time consuming and you go really close, where now with Ace and Hibana and any other operators you can shoot from far away, which is usually safer. But either way, THERMITE does leave a very nice big hole, and he is pretty useful still. I would say that I would put him at number 2, especially because he's much cheaper than Ace, because usually he comes free unless you're buying the game with 0 operators, and even then he's still really cheap. But yeah, I really do like THERMITE, and I feel like he's a great team player because he has 2 THERMITE charges and he can literally go anywhere. He doesn't have to be limited, he can just go onto any wall that your team needs and help you out. Now THERMITE features the M1014, which of course is a semi-automatic shotgun which is extremely OP. Of course you wouldn't want to use it when you have something as OP as this 5.56x1 though, or XI sorry. It's extremely, and when I say extremely OP, I know I've been saying this a lot, but I mean it is like one of the best assault rifles in the game, I would say. So apart from Ash's R4C and Jaeger's carbine, 416C carbine, I'd say this is one of the top, so I'd say it's in the top 5 for assault rifles, and I really do enjoy using this weapon, and it has like no recoil either. He also has the M45 Musoc, which is really nice, and the 5.7 USG, which is also another good weapon for the FBI SWAT. Now for the number 1 spot, this was extremely predictable. I mean, it was in the thumbnail and everything. You guys would have just seen on screen too, but you would have guessed that Thatcher is number 1. Now, the reason I am putting Thatcher right up there is mainly because of the fact that he is the only operator in the game that can counter any electronic. I mean, you have IQ and you have a few other operators, but they don't have EMPs. I mean, when you think of an EMP, like, it is just an insane idea. The thought of it, you know, it can literally disable any electronic through walls, through floors, through a certain radius around it. Now, of course, Thatcher has 3 of these EMPs, and he is unstoppable. You can use these on any electronic, and the only thing that can really counter it would be a Jaeger ADS if it caught it midair. But if it didn't, and this was on the other side of the wall, it would disable any electronic, even the ADS through the wall. So I really do think that Thatcher has the best ability in the game, especially for a support role. I mean, if you want to play ranked or any game mode and you need to get through into main site and they've blocked it off entirely, without Thatcher, it's going to be a lot more difficult. I mean, you're going to have to think of other strategies. When Thatcher is point blank, like, the first thing you think of, like, Thatcher is the easiest way to get into anywhere and disable any electronics. Especially if they have C4s, etc. in sight that you can't reach, it is a really good idea to bring a support character like Thatcher, which is why I've listed him as number 1. Alright, now for his weaponry, we have 2 really good primary weapons. We have the AR-33, which is unique to only Thatcher, no other operator in the game has it. And then we have the L85A2, which is Sledge and Thatcher's primary weapon, which is really good. I mean, I really do enjoy this weapon and would list it as one of the top attacking weapons in the entire game. And he also has the M590A1, which is his other primary weapon, but this is a shotgun, which would also be one of the best shotguns in the game. Now, sadly, he doesn't have the SMG-11 like the rest of his SAS friends, but he does have the P226 Mark 25, so that is like a really good weapon. Again, that is 50 damage and 15 capacity. I mean, I really do like this pistol, but I do prefer the SMG-11 over it any day. Alright, so that's pretty much it for this video, guys. So at number 5 we had MIRA, number 4 we had Doc, number 3 we had VALKYRIE, and 2 THERMITE, then 1 Thatcher. So if you guys agree with this or you don't agree, because I will admit I could probably replace THERMITE with Ace now, because Ace is probably just as good as THERMITE, or if not better. So I might make an updated one later on, depending on how Ace goes and all the statistics and stuff like that, or if he gets nerfed or buffed, because of course he is still quite new to the game. But yeah, that's pretty much my list. If you guys agree, please let me know in the comment section below, and if you guys don't, then tell me what I could have done better or who I should have had for my top 5, and tell me what you guys would have had for your top 5. But anyway, that's it for this video, guys. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, leave a like on the video and comment down in the comment section below if this video helped you. And if you guys aren't subscribed, please subscribe with post notifications. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, don't forget about the giveaway, guys. Like, if you guys want to enter that, then please go and do that now, because it ends in 5 days, guys. And please tell me if you guys want to see some different sort of videos, like if you want to see gameplay videos or like a Minecraft series. I'm planning on doing a modded Minecraft series. If you guys are down for that, please let me know. It'd mean a lot. And yeah, catch you guys later. Stay safe.
And love is all we'll ever try.